Live. This is my evening stream. It is 5:10 in the evening. I was supposed to be on at 4 o'clock, but here I am with an update on the Hemet fire. This is Alexander Napolin, Attorney at Large, goes live, covering current events from a legal perspective and answering your questions in the chat. Today we're discussing, like we were yesterday, like we were this morning, we're discussing the Hemet fire. This is the Fairview fire in Hemet, California, here in Riverside County. The fire has been blazing since September 5th, and now it is up to 27,000 to 28,000 acres, and it is only 5% contained, according to this New York Times article that I have up here. Riverside County is already facing this growing wildfire, and it's creating extreme weather advisories. But at the same time, there is Hurricane K now coming in, which is tracking up the coast, Baja California in Mexico, and it's going to potentially bring excessive amounts of rain and now winds that could spread the fire further, and the rain that can come down and create mudslides. So this looming storm, the National Weather Service placed the county under an excessive heat warning, a flood watch, and a high wind warning as Tropical Storm K, previously categorized as a hurricane, approaches the coast of Baja California in Mexico early Friday. So these overlapping advisories that are going on, it's going to be very difficult for emergency response to get out there. That's something that this article is discussing. The strong winds up to 75 miles per hour in the mountains and the desert could speed the fire's spread. So here, let's zoom in a little bit on this for the viewers. If you're watching this, if you're watching my stream, you're going to see that this is the Hemet fire, where it is, how it's spreading. It's 5% contained, and it is at 27,000 acres, according to this map. So if you're out there and you are concerned about what happened with this fire, like, for example, you are in an evacuation order. There's 18,500 people on evacuation orders. If you are leaving Hemet and you are concerned, just know that there could be further problems. There could be mudslides. Mudslides come after these wildfires when there is an excessive amount of burn, when there's a wildfire that's burned a lot of vegetation, there's lots of ash on the ground, there's lots of mud that's created from the rain, and then there's a lot of water that causes flooding, and then the mud starts moving with the water, and it can wipe out houses, and it can wipe out roads. It can cause devastation, just like the wildfire can. And another thing to keep in mind is that if Southern California Edison is responsible for sparking the Fairview fire that caused this huge wildfire to explode and burn all of this land, then they also may be responsible for causing the mudslides that the fire created when it mixed with the rain, when the ash from the fire, when the lack of vegetation on slopes creates waterways with massive amounts of water that can no longer be contained by the natural vegetation on those slopes. So if you're out there and you're concerned, you need to understand that you need to evacuate, but if you do have property damage, the legal perspective is that you will have potential recourse against Southern California Edison. So if you're out there and you're watching this live stream, you can dial 866-NAPOLIN or visit my website, www.napolinlaw.com, and inquire about getting help with an insurance claim or a personal injury claim that results from the Fairview fire. Now remember that anything I discuss on this stream it's not legal advice. It's general in nature only, and that's because I'm at large right now. I'm just talking to the general public. I'm not giving you legal advice. So just because I say there could be a lawsuit against Southern California Edison, just because I say you might have rights in case your house is destroyed in a mudslide or by the fire, does not mean that you do. You need to seek out representation, share all the facts and circumstances of your situation with a lawyer, and then get the feedback that you need. That's legal advice. So I'm not giving you legal advice here. This is Alexander Napolin, Attorney at Large, goes live every weekday at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Missing my 4 p.m. window here because, of course, I have things to do in the office. So if you're out there, if you have questions, you can leave them in the chat here, or you can dial my number 866-NAPOLIN. Please subscribe to my channel for further updates on this situation, to have a current event from the legal perspective each day. You'll be notified that I'm coming live. You can chime in, ask questions in the chat. I'd be happy to answer them. Again, my name's Alexander Napolin. This is Alexander Napolin, Attorney at Large, goes live every weekday at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. You can reach me by dialing 866-NAPOLIN or visiting my website at www.napolinlaw.com.